Yeah, so when I talk to investors, number one question I get is about competition. And it is a very competitive market, and the fact that we're here like one after the other is a testament to that. And that being said, everybody's trying to differentiate in some way. So I'll talk a little bit about how we do it and how we're differentiated. So yeah, this is just some brief kind of facts about us. We've been in business for over 9 years. We've onboarded 300 million individuals across the whole user base. You'll see a very large number of clients. I think that's something we have been doing quite differently from a lot, is we've had a self-serve product, and we've been very much focused on the small and medium segment. So vast majority of those are small. Some of our largest customers now have started as real startups with us. So these are just some of the names, and you will see a lot of fintechs, and in particular crypto, which is a sector in which we're very, very strong. Global coverage. I'd say this industry, we joke internally, say there are 250 competitors, but in reality, there's probably about maximum 10 that are operating on a global scale and can do this globally, and we're definitely one of them. Of course, we deal with personal data. We onboard individuals, using their passport details, driver's license, and everything. So have to be certified to the neck, and that's what it is. And awards, but I'll skip that. So I think it's more interesting to talk about the business model and, again, how different companies in this sector differ from each other. It's a bit of a complex slide, but I'll try to. So majority of players in the space, they do this part over here, the proprietary doc biometric methods, which is basically the document-based IDV, and that's pretty much where they stop. They KYC customers, and that's pretty much it. We've built this middle column over here about 2 years ago, the orchestration platform, and that combines the proprietary document biometric methods that many others do as well, but at the same time, many non-doc methods, which are much more convenient, much more secure for the user, provide better user experience, but we do it in a way that gives customers a choice. Actually, not even a choice. You don't have to choose between different methods. You just offer all of them to the customer. That increases your conversion at the same time as providing you a high pass rate. And then, so that's the first difference, I would say, with majority of players. There's a point solution versus an orchestration platform. And the second biggest difference is what happens after onboarding. Because actually, our own statistics say 80% of fraud happens after onboarding. Yes, you catch the bad guys at the beginning, but those who you weren't able to catch or who you think are your legit customers, you only discover later on that they're fraudsters or there's a money mule account. So the only way to catch those is through ongoing monitoring of their activity. And so we monitor their devices, their interactions, their logins, as well as actual financial transactions, and try to catch fraud as well as keep the companies compliant. And we believe that this is a very differentiated approach. Let's see if so that's an example of the onboarding, that no-code onboarding platform which our customers can use to build these super customized flows by region, by product, by risk profile of the customer. I think these changed the order a little bit. Yeah, so lots of different methods you can use, and we do integrate third-party providers. But I wanted to talk about this slide. It's the combination of the onboarding engine and the ongoing monitoring engine. In most cases, our customers, companies that do onboard individuals or business for that matter, have different silos. There's one silo for onboarding, and you actually collect a lot of data there, both personal data and metadata. But then the ongoing monitoring teams sit in a different silo. They have a different product stack, and there's a lot of data loss that happens between the two. Because in order to make those systems talk to each other, you need to invest a lot of efforts in upkeeping them, and a lot of data gets lost, which results in either fraud losses or compliance losses. You can get fines and reputation losses. So by doing this all on one platform, we're actually reducing that friction, and you can reuse all of the data about your customers that you know from onboarding in ongoing monitoring. But likewise, when a transaction monitoring engine or rule identifies something that is flagged, you need to do something with it. You don't just reject that transaction or that customer. You need to kind of give them some sort of an action that may allow them to prove that they're a real customer. It's a legitimate transaction. And so again, because that's one platform, anytime there's a rule triggered, let's say, for example, a suspected account takeover, you can programmatically build in the KYC type tools to come up there and resolve that problem without human intervention. So that's in a nutshell about what we do. So going back a little bit to the sort of client base, we serve 2/3 of our use cases are regulatory KYC. A large chunk of them is global and crypto, which has obviously given us pretty good boost in terms of performance these days. But at the same time, we onboard about 8 million individuals per month, and so we see a lot of fraud patterns and a lot of fraud vectors on our platform, which allows us to improve the product all the time. And maybe just add in the end, so yeah, we're growing at sort of over 100% this year, profitable. Going to be over 100 million revenue this year, for sure.